are going to interview some of our leaders from Hope Youth. I thought I'd give you a chance to meet them. So here with us is Frank Appello and Jason Foley, and here to help me interview them is Ben Hoadley. So guys, why don't you take some time and introduce yourselves? Jason, you want to go first?
Yeah, absolutely. So as Ashley said, I'm Jason. I've been in youth ministry I've been a student since 6th grade, and I stuck around being a leader for middle school guys leader for about 3 years or so. And then I just became a high school guys leaders this year. Like I said, I've been involved in youth for a long time. It's just always had a passion. So, yeah.
All right, so I'm Frank Appello. I've been doing youth ministry for about 6 years now. I started out in middle school, and then as those students got older, I moved into the high school groups, and I help with SNL worship. I help with worship at church. I'm currently working as the interim audio tech director at church as well, which is a new job. I serve here with youth group with my wife, Christy. And I just love it. It's such a great time, and I love working with students. Doesn't matter what age they are.
So my name is Ben. I go to school at Sterling High School. I'm a junior, and I've been going to youth group since 6th grade.
Awesome. And Ben, you're actually going to get us started with some questions, right? So can you give us your first question for Jason and Frank?
Yes. So my first question is, what made you want to be high school leaders?
I'll start. So going through high school as a student, I found a better connection with my leaders through high school, and I found that deeper impact on that. So I really wanted to start getting into high school. That way I can make impacts on high school students' lives, because a lot of big decisions come out of high school, and that's kind of where like my faith took a big step forward. So middle school, I always had a faith, and then high school, I really started understanding how my faith impacted the world.
So the reason I wanted to do high school is because I'm a teacher, and currently I teach middle school, but I've taught all grade levels, 1st through 12th grade. And I've noticed that at the high school level, it's probably the most difficult place to keep your faith. So having someone there to guide you and help you, and hopefully, help build your faith in Jesus was one of the reasons why I wanted to do it. That, and I have fun and out with those guys. The age is where mentally sometimes I think I am. So that's always a good time. I'm thinking I'm younger than I am, even though my body doesn't tell me. I'm still 15, 16, 17. But it's always a good time when we hang out, when we play the games, when we get in those great deep conversations about God and life. That's really why I wanted to do it.
That's awesome. Before Ben asks his next question, I just wanted to follow up with, you guys both mentioned how important you feel like it is to keep pursuing your faith in high school. Do you have any advice on how to keep doing that when you get into high school and there's a lot more things to do and a lot more homework to do, and there's so many more options? How would you suggest that we continue to pursue our faith when we're in high school?
Do you mind if I go first, Jay?
Oh, you, Frank.
Is that all right? To really try and make yourself have that discipline of some sort of carved out time, even if it's only 5 minutes. There's this great Bible app. You could get a daily devotional. They'll send it to you, and you can pick the time you want. And that's what I do. It comes at 6:15 every morning. And that's kind of about the time I come downstairs from getting ready, taking my shower and everything. And first thing I do after I make the coffee is pick up my phone and read my devotional. And it's often just 1-2 verses in the Bible. And it really sets my day, most of the time, in the right place. Sometimes my mind's not in the right place, so that's why I need that information. So that's one of the things. Coming to youth group is another way to really make sure you stay involved and pursue your relationship with God, and then maybe try and connect with your leaders, even if it's once a week. I know many of the leaders, they text out to students at least once a week. You know, hope you're coming, or you know, or can you be here? How's your week going? Maybe just a response to that is a way to keep pursuing it. So
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know going through high school, I always took my faith in whatever little chunks I can get it. So if it was listen to worship music on the bus ride or my drive to school, or same thing, I get the Bible app sends me notifications for daily Bible verses and stuff like that, and just taking it in those chunks. Very big on the continuous prayer. So don't just try to be like, all right, I'm gonna sit down and pray for 30 minutes, but pray for little things throughout the day. And even just those little impacts you can do while at school, if you're still going to school, like holding a door for somebody and seeing how that has an impact on somebody's life and how that can spread.
My second question is, what do you want students to learn during SNL and to take it and use it in their life?
So SNL, SNL's not just about Ashley's message every night. So Ashley's message is great, has a great impact, and you learn a lot. But it's also about those connections of people, like-minded people, of people of faith. So whether it's another student or another leader, so you got to make sure you're pouring into those relationships and strengthen those relationships, because the more people you have around you that have a like-minded faith, the stronger your faith will get.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jason. That's really one of the biggest things. Like you said, Ashley's message is great, Dave's message is great, but it's the realization that this faith community is really what it's all about, and what you can lean on when you have difficult times. And I would say we have difficult times currently. So realizing that you don't do this alone. You know, we were meant to do things in community. So coming out, hanging out with other, like you said, like-minded people, and also taking that out into the world. You know, we want students to realize that we are the hands and feet of Jesus. So it's not just you come on a Sunday and that's it. You know, you want to be the church every other day of the week, you know, and as some of our pastors have said, when you do that, it brings God's kingdom to us and to where we are. God's kingdom is not just heaven. It's wherever God is, and you are exhibiting, you know, the way Jesus would behave. So that's what, you know, we want students to learn.
My last question is, what's your favorite part of small groups? Whether it's talking to the students or them talking to you, like what's your favorite part?
My favorite part is when the students start leading the group on their own. You put that question out there, and then as a leader, you get to step back and let God work through the students. That's so much fun. Or the students have a chance to listen to the message and then ask a question to everybody else and see where that leads. Because as much as, you know, Jason and I as leaders, or the other, you know, guys who are helping to lead, we're facilitating that. It's really in no way about us, and it's all about you and how you will interact with each other and with God.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's when that deeper question comes out from one of the students that brings the whole group into talking about whatever the topic was that day, but on a deeper level, and just watching them interact. And even sometimes they're talking about stuff that it's like, wow, I never thought of it that way, but it's so right. And just seeing that impact and those small little sparks that are going to last with them forever.
Awesome. Thank you guys. I loved hearing those answers, and you guys talk about exactly what we hope that all of you who are students experience at Hope Youth, is that you know that God loves you, that you know that you're never alone, especially right now. You know, Franker mentioned in those relationships, like I feel like anywhere you can be reminded about the importance of being in relationship with others is a great thing to do, especially right now. Yeah, and just about, you know, how our small groups are a great place and a safe place to keep growing. So thank you guys for all of your answers. I have one more question for you, just for fun. I was wondering if you could share with us when you were younger. I'm not assuming that you dress up now, maybe you do. What was your favorite Halloween costume that you've ever been? If you can remember.
I can remember all the way back to the Stone Age. I can. Uh, so one year, I don't know if you remember, I'm definitely way older than all of you, but there used to be the Carol Burnett show. And at the end of her show, she used to dress up as a woman who would like mop the floor. So one year I dressed up like that. And she had like the rolled up stockings and everything. And it was the funniest thing because for a while, until you got close enough, people thought I really was like that old woman who is like carrying the mop and the bucket and everything. And they got up there and be a little shocked, and then they give you candy, and then you'd walk away. So
Frank, how
that was
old were
probably
you?
probably like 14 or 15, somewhere in high school, like young, probably a sophomore in high school.
Okay. What about you, Jason?
Yeah, in seventh grade, I dressed up as a tourist, but it turned out into one of these things where I wasn't going to dress up for Halloween. So it was a very last minute thing. So I kind of found I found an old Hawaiian shirt. I found shorts, like khaki shorts and suspenders, and I had like a old man wig on, and I would just walk around, same thing like Frank. Like I had a cane. I would walk around taking pictures of people, and it was just because like it was one of those Halloweens. It's just like I'm not doing it, and then it just worked out to be so well, and it was fun Halloween. So.
Those are the best ones when they just come together last minute and then there was so much fun. Awesome. Well, again, thanks so much, guys, for letting us interview you, and we will we'll catch up again soon.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks.